Apple Up Next artist Don Toliver is in a league of his own. The Houston native rose to prominence following the release of Travis Scott's Astroworld, in which he contributed what many consider the best feature on the album, Can't Say. Don has since gone on to release 3 platinum hits of his own, No Idea and After Party, off his top 10 album Heaven or Hell, and Internet Money's Lemonade, which features him. In this video we explore Don's origins and how he came to be one of music's most promising new artists. Our music is ours. Before Don, he was Caleb Zachary Toliver, born on June 12, 1994 in Houston, Texas to Bongo and Carla. He moved around a lot but was primarily raised in Southwest Alief, Texas. Don was exposed to music early through his father, Bongo, a local musician featured on some Swishahouse artist records, and the rest of his family who listened to acts like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Sade, Maxwell, Phil Collins, and NERD. Although music was a staple in his life and he was always singing, Don had no initial aspirations of pursuing it professionally. He was instead more concerned with shoes, video games, and avoiding chores. In an interview with The Fader, Don credits hearing Musiq Soulchild in the barbershop as the catalyst for his musical interest. He also cites Kendrick Lamar's Alien Girl and PNP 1.5 with making him the artist he is today. Dom Kennedy is another major influence. He said Kennedy's 2011 single Locals Only turned him into Don Toliver. Don's interest would translate into action while a student at Hastings High School. In his junior year, the ever-resourceful Toliver made his first song, Bitch I'm Building, using a PlayStation Eye camera. The song became a hit amongst his peers, transforming his reputation from being known for his shoes to being known as a rapper. The coolest kids became his fans. This was an early sign of what was to come for Don, but he still had no idea what he wanted to be post-graduation, which concerned him.
I was never, really affiliated with too many people. I always try to figure out exactly who I was, you know what I'm saying, what was I going to do, because I had no vision of what I was going to do after high school or none of that.
After high school, Don and his best friend, Young Josh 93, formed Playa Familia. They released Pop the Seal, which made Don realize that he could have a future in music if he studied it. Another one of the many records they did was Dear Summer and Global Wide Pimp Brothers.
Get that money, I was cruising down the block, think about that money, trying to get that money, when they got that money. Why these niggas talking to me? I think these niggas dummies, cause it's all about that money. You gotta get that money, hey. OC 3400 getting money. Face age tripping on your block, getting money. Got my dance moves from my great Uncle Sonny. Bust a dance move when I'm really getting money.
As we can see from this clip, Don's approach is entirely different from what it is today. It's straightforward rap, and you can hear the Cali influence in his delivery. In 2017, they released a self-titled mixtape, where you can hear the genesis of Don's current style, especially on the song I Try, which sounds like it samples Night and Day by Al B. Sure.
They can give me days.
I wonder if I try. I wonder if I tried, yeah. I tried to take my time. Tried to take my time.
Dedicated to making their music careers happen, Playa Familia took trips to New York and LA. Don said their New York trip was most successful.
I'm here with Young Josh 93, man. You know what's going on.
105.1, we out here, Breakfast Club.
It was like one New York trip that really did it for us. We ran into Charlamagne, Angela Yee, Academics, and Joe Budden in like one day, just pulling up on y'all before y'all was like walking into work. We was outside with that CD and that flash drive.
Stalker thing.
Man, what? We was pulling up.
In Don's Up Next interview, he said that the goal of he and Josh's partnership was to do a lot of meet and greets and shows, many of which were through the promoter By Breezy. But Don wanted to take a different approach. So when it came time to release his solo records, Diva and I Gotta, he took to club running. Diva, inspired by Michael Jackson's Billie Jean video, is a turning point in Don's career because its creation was sparked by advice given to him by a friend who said, rapping isn't always going to do it for you. Them melodies is it.
As soon as I came up with the melody in my car, I knew it, bro. Like, I felt like I knew for a fact that song was going to be like that song is definitely it stuck to me like a Teddy Pendergrass song.
Yeah.
Like, that's how that song stuck to me. Like Marvin Gaye or something.
Real classic, bro.
He got a manager, Cheddar the Connect, and leveraged Cheddar's respect in the industry to get DJs to play his music. He became so self-assured that those two records would hit that he traded in the street life for the nightlife. He told Complex, I'm talking about, I was at one club from 10 p.m. until 12 o'clock, I was at another from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and then I would stop in a little bar and DJ from 1 to 2, then I would be at one strip club, and if I wanted to go crazy, I might go to one more. I was just messing with every DJ in the city, no matter who or what, making sure I was in their Serato. Don's hard work paid off when he got jointly signed to Atlantic Records and We Run It Entertainment. He chose Atlantic because of their eagerness and also the fact that they don't typically sign acts from Houston, so their interest made him feel special. Around this same time, Don's manager Cheddar was able to connect Don with Travis Scott through a mutual friend. Don met Travis for the first time at the Conway Recording Studios around All-Star Weekend 2018. This was a big deal for Don, who watched Travis's ascent and considered him an idol.
You act like you wasn't nervous. I mean, you look
Man,
real
I
cool.
was. Man, bro, I was my idol, man. He from Houston, all that, bro. I was probably the most nervous I ever been in my life, to be honest.
Months later, Don would get flown out to Hawaii to work on Travis's, at the time, upcoming album Astroworld. Don was stoked. He told High Snobiety that he could have killed someone to be on that album and was making 5 or 6 songs a day. The following month would be life-changing. On August 2nd, he released his debut mixtape, Donnie Womack, inspired by the R&B legend Bobby Womack. He told The Fader, I went with Donnie Womack because Bobby had like a tendency of making records that have a lot of soul, a lot of feeling and emotion, but he always comes on the track hot. That's what I do most of the time. On this whole mixtape, you'll hear me coming in hot, with a lot of emotions, vibe, and a lot of soul. One day later, Astroworld came out and he was on Can't Say, albeit not officially credited, but hey, Drake wasn't either on Sicko Mode. Then the next day, it was announced that Don Toliver had signed to Cactus Jack. After his signing, he deliberately became secretive to create a sense of mystique surrounding him. He also became more selective on collaborations. From there, it was on. Don toured with Travis Scott on his world tour, which afforded him to go out of the country for the first time to Toronto. The tour served as a major learning opportunity for him. In 2019, Don Toliver released songs from his debut album, Can't Feel My Legs and No Idea. The latter's chopped and screwed version went viral on TikTok. It was also his first solo Billboard entry and is now platinum. The song shows how special Don is when it comes to his melodic choices. The falsetto on the hook reveals his use of autotune as more of a stylistic choice rather than necessity. He differs from other autotune users like Quavo, Travis Scott, Gunna, and Black because of his distinctive voice and expressiveness. 2019 also saw the release of Travis Scott's documentary, Mama I Can Fly, which has a section focused on Toliver. Later that year, the Jack Boys, a compilation project with his label mates, was released and debuted at #1 on Billboard. In 2020, the tides continued to turn in his favor. In January, Don was featured on Eminem's Music to Be Murdered By album. In February, he was announced as an opener on The Weeknd's After Hours tour. In March, with 3 days' notice, Don released his debut album, Heaven or Hell, which debuted at #7 on Billboard.
I wanted to do something different. I'm a Gemini, and I wanted to go about it a different way. So I wanted the heaven and hell vibes, you know. I feel like some points in my life I'm up, some points in my life I'm down, sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm sad, and all type of list of other things. A lot of duality in the music, you know, so.
I liked the album. I especially appreciated the energeticness of After Party, the spaciness of Can't Feel My Legs, the introspectiveness of No Idea, and the catchiness of Cardigan. In May, Don was named an Up Next artist by Apple. With his growing success, Don's summer was shaping up to be even more fruitful. He was scheduled to do various festivals and a small solo tour in addition to the Weekends tour. However, like all of us, those plans came to a screeching halt due to COVID. Despite the derailment, Don's career continues to show promise. He put out Cafeteria with Chase B, a single from their yet-to-be-released joint project Escapism, and Clap for the film Fast and Furious 9. Don was featured alongside Nav and Gunna on Internet Money's Lemonade, which is both platinum and a top 10 hit. This song also earned Don his first televised performance on Jimmy Fallon. A second song from his debut album went platinum, After Party. Don was featured on the legend Nas's single Replace Me with Big Sean, in which he contributed a very catchy hook. He also was featured on Masego's Mystery Lady, which was an unexpected but dope collaboration. His vocal delivery was impressive and he brought a coolness to the record. This year he also found time to give back, participating in his label's Cactus Jack Foundation's turkey giveaway for this past Thanksgiving. What I like about Don is his genuinity.
Man, I'm out here working hard, man, keeping it quiet. I'm not here for the attention. I'm not here to, be somebody I'm not. I'm just here to give you good music, man. I love the art of the game, and I'm here forever. I'm not going nowhere.
He feels his work is a continuation of his father's. Don took his time to nurture his craft and create his own sound, and the success naturally followed. He was so protective of his developmental process that his family didn't even know he was doing music.
I felt to impress my family, I had to know where I was going. Back then, I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that I wanted to showcase my talent somehow. So as I just kept going and kept pushing, it just made sense for me to open up and let mom know exactly, hey, this is real.
It makes me so happy to see somebody as talented as yourself find their path. Probably at a time in your life when your mom and probably people around you was like, boy, what you gonna do with your life?
It's this devotion to betterment and level-headedness that make me think Don is here for the long haul. In my opinion, he should focus more on his melodic side versus rap because it's the area where his talent shines the brightest. He has such a unique and soulful voice. The only person he somewhat sounds like is Akon.
What does Pharrell like about Don Toliver that maybe he doesn't see in someone else?
His tone is super unique. His choice of melodies and harmonies is just something else.
I really want to see Don explore more of his R&B interests because of how much I like songs like Mystery Lady, Replace Me, and 4J's For You. The latter highlights his mass appeal because that could have easily been an Ariana Grande or some other major pop singer's song, and he held his own. Don's collaborations show his versatility and how he's able to shift his vibe to match that of the other artists while still maintaining his own distinctiveness. What needs improvement are his performance skills. While his shows haven't been plentiful, the ones I've seen were not impressive.
Let me get this clear. Cause what? Cause
Although I'm sure that had Don gone on tour as planned, he would have grown in that area. Don needs to get it down to a science, the technical aspects needed for him to sound live how he sounds on the album. I also want to see him do an acoustic set because it would fit the feel of his music. Tiny Desk, you need him. Last but not least, aesthetically, I think he's not doing his best style-wise or in his visuals, although I understand that could be due to budget limitations. His music is so unique and avant-garde that I want to see it matched in his imagery. I think he needs to connect with a stylist and creative director who can push him forward. I've said it before and I'll say it again, fashion can really elevate an artist. We've seen this with Kanye, A$AP Rocky, Rihanna, A$AP Ferg, Lady Gaga, and Zendaya. I also would like to see him move away from rapping about pills, especially since he told Sway that he doesn't do them anymore, and we've seen how many lives they've taken. These are my thoughts on Don Toliver. I'm curious to know what yours are, so please subscribe, like, and comment down below what your opinion is on him. Thanks for watching!